So what this is illustrating is that reinforcement can occur on different schedules. So there are two different types: continuous reinforcement, which is reinforcing a behavior continuously every single time it happens, every assignment, every single good grade. So this is something that is pretty good for teaching a new behavior, a new skill. Can you think of an example maybe where something like this might make sense? A classic continuous reinforcement strategy. Oh, there you go. Can you think of this example? So a classic continuous reinforcement strategy is potty training. So if you have a younger sibling or if you've done this yourself, rewarding every single time your child uses the bathroom with an M&M or whatever you use is really important for them to get that association quickly. It's good for teaching a behavior. However, most of the time, reinforcement happens partially, reinforcing a behavior on some occasions, but not on others. So this is a lot more practical. So there are a couple more ways of doing it, either depending on the number of times the behavior has to happen or the amount of time that has to have passed before. So we're going to talk about some more vocab words. Again, we're going to color code and try to break these down. So you could either use a ratio schedule, which is reinforcing based on the number of times, the ratio that behavior occurs. Or you could base it off of interval, the interval of time that has to have passed before you'll reinforce it again. Again, these are going to make more sense with some examples, so let's break it down. Talking about ratio scheduling first. Again, this is reinforcing based off the number of times that behavior occurs. But this can happen either, again, two different ways. You could have a fixed ratio, FR, schedule. Fixed means it's set, it's constant. So this is reinforcement that occurs after a set or constant number of behaviors. So, for example, let's say your type of scheduling for reinforcing the good grades is after every 5 assignments that are an A's on them, you're going to get ice cream. So it's fixed. It's always 5. You know, you can predict when it's going to happen. And it's consistently every couple 5. That could be 5 in 1 week, or that could be 5 over a period of a semester. However long it takes to get 5 assignments, that's when you're going to be rewarded. You also see this a lot with company reward systems. So for instance, Starbucks, let's say it's buy 10 coffees, get 1 free. This is fixed. The number is always 10. And it's a number of things. It's a ratio of times that it's chosen. And this 10 coffees might take you a week. 10 coffees might take you a month, 2 months, whatever. The time might change. But after that number, you get rewarded. So this is fixed ratio, a set number of times. The other thing, the opposite of this, is variable ratio. So this is when reinforcement occurs following some random variable amount of behaviors. So it's still ratio, still a number of behaviors, but it's less predictable. So for instance, maybe you get rewarded with ice cream anytime it's on sale, if A's are maintained. Maybe as you're getting good grades and your parents are going to the grocery store every couple weeks or so, anytime they see ice cream on sale, they'll get it for you. Another classic example of variable ratio scheduling is slot machines at a casino. So slot machines, you typically pull the lever and occasionally you might get some reward from it. So that reward is going to happen after a certain number of times that lever gets pulled, but you can't really predict exactly how many times. So after some variable amount of times pulling that lever, you're going to get reinforced and rewarded with the thing that you want. Okay, ratio. Ratio means number of behaviors, and it can either be fixed or variable.